Our cameras are rolling this past week as hundreds of students returned to class at Rushton Elementary School in Mission, Kansas, in the Shawnee Mission School District. It's a true transformation after a multi-million-dollar rebuild. That construction wouldn't have happened if voters hadn't overwhelmingly approved a rise in their property taxes a few years back as part of a $264 million bond issue. The money's going to other schools, too, along with staffing in the district. I spoke with the superintendent about the changes families will see. I'm here with Shawnee Mission Superintendent Dr. Michael Schumacher on the first day of school. This is exciting, and especially when you consider all the work that's gone into where we are, Rushton Elementary School, one of 5 schools that are being renovated because of the bond issue. How does that help you, and how does this help kids?
Well, I'm a firm believer in that public schools really generate and grow our communities, and our bond referendum, which was passed in 2021, $264 million, that support from our community, helps us continue to regenerate our community, make sure that our schools are state-of-the-art and that our kids are learning in the very best learning environments possible.
Tell me about some of the new features here.
Yeah, so one of the coolest things, this is an older community and one of our older buildings, and one of the things that they wanted to maintain was this outdoor learning space. And so the designers really took that idea from the old school and made it more futuristic. And so we have that outdoor learning space. The corridors are much larger than they used to be, more collaborative learning spaces for our students to learn in. There's garage doors that open up on each of the classrooms, and so it really opens up the building for that feel, gets our teachers working more collaboratively. The HVAC, the lighting, just the whole learning environment is so welcoming.
You talk about the changes in learning. What does that mean for these kids? Like you said, have a more collaborative space. It's not necessarily what maybe you and I grew up with traditional classroom time.
Yeah, so I mean that's where we're at in education. We understand that when we get our kids out into the workforce, that they need to be able to work in teams. They need to know how to work collaboratively, and so that doesn't just happen at the high school level and the middle school level. It begins at the elementary level, and so that's how we teach. That's how we really instruct our kids, is in a collaborative nature, making sure that they're engaging in the learning process. So yeah, that's where we're at with that piece.
You know, it's not the easiest time to be an educator right now. It's kind of an understatement. What are some of the challenges that the district's facing, and how are you working to overcome them?
Yeah, funding is always an issue. We were fortunate in the last session to get more SPED funding, but we will always continue to advocate for more funding for public education in general. As I mentioned before, I'm a strong believer in public education really moves communities forward and benefits everyone in our community. So funding will continue to be an issue. We have a teacher shortage crisis, so we need to continue to recruit and retain our teaching staff. And then at the local level, we will continue working on our strategic plan, which will guide us over the next 5 years. One of the things we're asking our staff to focus in on are wildly important goals. WIGs is what we call them, and so each building has wildly important goals. We push that down to the classroom level as well, and we've got full buy-in, and that's what's going to really move our student achievement forward.
What's an example of one of the WIGs?
Yeah, so student achievement is one, social emotional learning, and then we have specific metrics tied to state assessments, tied to graduation rate. Many people in our community and across the country are hearing about chronic absenteeism. So chronic absenteeism is one where we need to drive that rate down. So those are just a few examples.
Does that involve trying to get the students in for breakfast and that sort of thing, get them in early?
Yeah, 100%. Just any way that we can engage kids and make them feel at home. And so buildings like this help do that, welcome them into the community, making sure that they feel like this is a home for them. Yeah, breakfast, lunch, different community events absolutely engages them in the community.
We mentioned Rushton's one of 5 schools that's getting the huge facelifts, and this is kind of an understatement. I mean, this is a huge renovation. Tell me about what the future holds for Shawnee Mission District.
Yeah, so I mentioned the strategic plan, I mentioned the WIGs, just to talk a little bit about culture and climate. You know, that's something that we administratively and the teaching staff have direct control over. And one of the things we're asking our staff to do is be ridiculously positive and control that culture and climate. So that's really going to be a focus of us this year. Is no matter what's swirling around us, we're going to maintain that ridiculously positivity, and that's going to trickle into our classrooms and make sure that our students are achieving at the highest possible level. Around buildings and capital campaigns, one of our strategic action items is facilities. We recognize that we need to continue with that state-of-the-art facilities, and so we would anticipate at some point going to our Board of Education and asking for a bond referendum again.
Right. You're seeing the benefits of the one that already passed.
100%. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Dr. Michael Schumacher, thank you so much.
Appreciate your time.
KMBC 9 News is your home for back-to-school coverage. We'll keep an eye on any issues as we prepare you and your family for the school year. Our coverage starts at 4:30 weekday mornings on KMBC 9 First News.